Hello everyone. So I thought I would record myself to really catch you up on my journey. So the last few days have been quite chilled. I haven't been really thinking about my business because we've had a few days off. It's summer holidays, so we've been to the beach, we've been going out with kids, and I've been feeling really tired after like full days with kids. So yeah, so the past few days been really quiet with the business, and the everything that I'm going through. But today I feel really excited, and I've been craving to come here into my office, have space to really dive into it, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be doing some meditations. I'm gonna be the clarity I got recently, I don't know if I've already said that to you guys, is that it's all about, for me, about feminine leadership. So I really want to get clarity. So in my last meditation, that is what really came forward. So when I started this journey, I think the first year of my business, right, and it was really early on at the beginning of the first year of my business. I was just walking to the gym. I really wasn't even thinking about my business, and as I was crossing the road, I saw a vision, and it wasn't like me visualizing what I want to achieve. The vision was given to me, and I just saw very clearly that I was in a hotel room with my husband, with my 2 children. At that point, I didn't have any children. I didn't even know if I wanted to have any children, I don't think, at that point. So I could see a boy who was older and a girl who was younger. They were still quite, like toddler level. So I knew that I would have a boy first and the girl second, and that's exactly what happened. And I'm getting ready to go on stage, and I'm very nervous, and Rich is there to he's calming me down. And then I go on stage, and I feel this the sort of gratitude that I've never experienced. This is the moment when I realize, oh my God, I did it. I've done what I'm meant to create. It's amazing. I am on my right path, and I'm doing it. I'm actually fulfilling my purpose. So, but I never really could get clarity on why I'm on stage. I don't know if I'm presenting. I don't know if I'm getting a reward. I don't know if that's my event. I have no idea. I've never had an idea what it was about. But now this year I'm getting more and more clarity. So the first time I got more clarity was a few months ago, when I realized that maybe I need to shift in my business, and I actually meet a client, my future client, in that vision, and that woman says, you have not saved my life, but what did she say? She said something similar, like, you showed me the way, like, saved my life in terms of I was so lost, and you showed me the way. I'm connecting to my purpose, and I'm doing it, and I've realized that I'm giving women power and that confidence boost, and I'm leading them to create amazing businesses. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I've been doing in the past, like, what's different? But so I was really confused, because I knew I had to change something in my business, but this woman is telling me exactly what I'm doing to my clients right now. So I was very confused. But recently, a few days ago, I always go back to that vision when I do future self meditation, and when I'm meeting my future self, my higher self as well. And I asked her, I said, what am I doing on that stage? Like, it's obviously a very clear vision. I know it's a pivotal moment in my life. I know this is what I'm working towards right now. Tell me more, right? And it was, the first thing I heard was feminine leadership. And I was like, what is that? And the more I've been thinking about it, I've realized that I have been teaching that to my clients, the whole, attracting clients energetically, using your energy, honoring your energy, getting into your feminine flow, intuition. And so I've been, again, teaching about this in the past, like all my business life, right? But I feel there's more to it. I feel that what I've been teaching is the foundation work, but I'm building on it now. So I want to get more clarity on exactly what feminine leadership means to me, how, like, what's important to me. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And it's so nice because I've been waiting for this moment the whole day. I've been busy with baby Joy and then Eric and housework, you know, laundry, ironing, but I've done that all. Kids are in bed and I'm just here in my little cave in my office, and I can't wait to, I just looked, it was 0505 again, angel numbers, the recording of my video 0505. So I can't wait to just switch off, meditate, and I'm going to go back to this video and I'm going to tell you what I've discovered during my meditations, because I want to show you behind the scenes, like what exactly I do in my business, because I think this is going to be pivotal. And when I worked with clients in the past, obviously I tell them this in my programs, but I don't really share this. I don't know why, but I've never really shared this publicly. I think this is really important right now for me to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to connect to myself. I'm going to get more clarity on what feminine leadership is for me. I actually also bought an amazing book that explains feminine leadership and what it means to other people. So that's really inspirational for me. And I'm like, yeah, I've done that. That's what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing. But I feel there's so much more to it. And that's where I want to get to. And then I'm going to write down everything that comes through and everything that I've learned in my, you know, in the past 6 years of feminine leadership. I'm going to start writing it all down to get clarity on my next teachings as well. So it's all exciting. So speak to you soon. So I wanted to report back. So I meditated, connected to my soul, and did free writing. So normally, free writing is how I really connect and get guidance the most. So typically, I'm writing a sentence or question, typically a question. I ask a question, I'm writing it down, and typically by the end of, I don't even manage to finish the sentence, finish the question, and I get the answer. I'm going to be like, woo! So bear with me. So my question I wanted to ask, what does my soul want to tell me? Right? It's trying to tell me, but I didn't even finish that question. And I got answer, you're everything. Tell me please more about feminine leadership and what the guidance is that for the change to happen, the shift needs to happen in frequency. And then I asked, you know, how can my soul help with the frequency shift by being authentic? In what way? You know, how can I be authentic? Be you, but who am I? A strong woman who doesn't take no for an answer. You're the leader that will inspire masses, and you're so needed. Don't forget that. Don't get stuck on details, because I was gonna ask about who are my clients, who is my target audience. And like, don't get stuck on details. Remember who you need to serve. So I know that my vision is quite broad, right? Like, I really know where I want to lead those women. I know that you know, these women are women who I can clearly see the end results. I can see that those women are connected to their purpose. You might hear baby Joy outside. She's not asleep yet. Poor Richard. Anyway, those women are connected to their purpose. They know exactly how they want to serve, and they're running business on their own terms with their femininity. You know, in their days, they're really standing in their feminine power. But it's not only about the businesses. What really I see clearly is that there's a collective of women. We're doing it together. We're really helping each other out. We are connected, and it's not only about our businesses. We're actually doing more. We're doing charity work. We're building our own charities, and we somehow are linked globally. So I think we're helping each other out in that way. And you know, obviously my business mind, how I've been taught to do business, and that's what I've been teaching my clients is, you know, you need to be very specific. Like, who are your ideal clients? Where are they right now? How are they feeling? What are they thinking? You know, you always have to be very, very specific. This time, every time I'm asking for details, every time I want to get more clarity, you know, do I want to serve women who are completely in the black in the dark in terms of, you know, they don't even know what their business is or what their purpose is? Or do I want to serve women who already are in business and they just want to get away from the masculine leadership, the, you know, the typical, what society tells us leadership is, and they want to go into more feminine? But the guidance I get is you need to help women who don't know what their purpose is. So I'm clear on that, but I'm still not very clear who exactly they are. Where are they in terms of their journey, their life? You know, are they mothers? Are they not mothers? And the guidance I get is so clear. Don't get stuck on the details. Just focus on, remember who you are, right? Like, remember who you want to serve. So focus just on those women who want to get the desires that you want to create. So we'll see how we get on with that. Maybe in the future I'll get more clarity, but maybe that's enough, right? From what I've learned from my business so far is the teachings of business doesn't really apply as long if they're not in alignment with you. So, you know, the old paradigm, the old business is all about, you know, the pain points and who are they and how they're feeling right now. Like, you know, drill into the pain points so people can resonate with you and you know how they feel so you can talk to them and connect. But what this is teaching me is really focus more on the desires and, you know, where you want to lead them, because that's what they want to really hear. So we will see. It's all an experiment. That's why I'm documenting this. And then I asked, you know, what does my soul need? And I got clarity. So I asked what. And then I got some questions, you know, what inspires me, what gives me energy. And what inspires me is actually women who achieve unachievable, right? So recently I watched a documentary on Netflix on Sherpa. There's a woman, I can't remember her name now. Sherpa is her surname, but can't remember. But anyway, it's a woman who climbed Mount Everest 10 times, and the documentary is how she's doing it for the 10th time, and she's been through hell and back, you know, in her personal life, and she's been such a strong character, such a powerful woman. She knew that her purpose is, you know, she loved mountains, she grew up around mountains was her soul, and she could even say, you know, I can speak to the mountains, I can feel the energy, I can feel, maybe not in those words, but basically that's what I got. She was so powerful. And then she met a guy who, you know, was domestic abused, and she said, you know, he took my power away. And that made me really question everything and made me wonder, you know, how you, as such a strong, powerful woman, and you can see that her personality is so freaking strong, how did a man manage to do that? Like, you know, take your power away. And seeing her journey, you know, claiming that power back and, you know, raising the kids by herself, and it is so inspirational and I love it. So this is what inspires me. And what gives me energy right now, which is so weird because I've never identified myself with like a feminist, so quite the opposite. You know, it's actually talking about how women and men are different and how the whole society is built around men and how we are conditioned. Women are conditioned to believe that we have to be masculine, we need to be aggressive in order to lead, in order to be leaders in positions of leadership. And I don't believe in that completely, right? I believe in quite the opposite. I really, truly believe that women have such strong power within us that, you know, we get to lead in our own unique way. And feminine leadership is not about screaming. It's not about power in terms of ego. It's not about status. It's actually about love. It's about collaboration, bringing, you know, people together, understanding people, empathy, compassion, but mainly leading from the heart, you know, like really caring about the people you want to lead. And I'm not saying leading in terms of, again, cooperation or like a, you know, what I mean by leading is, you know, you want to help people in whatever way, whatever your purpose is. You know, you want to create that self-transformation for your clients, and you need to somehow go out there, get those clients, and you need to lead them through the transformation. How do you do that? And everybody, all of us, have our own unique way of leadership, But a lot of women think that in order to be successful, in order to be a good leader, in order to change people, you need to be loud, you need to be aggressive, you need to be masculine, and you really don't have to be like that. This is all shifting. And I really think that in order to really change this world, like, we as women hold that key to that massive transformation and change in the world. Because what's been happening with the masculine leadership, with the status and the ego, they do not lead from a place of heart. Men, I'm generalizing here, obviously, so this doesn't apply to all men. But what we see with leadership and the world now, people are greedy, people do it just for the money, for the status, and obviously big egos, right? And I remember when I used to work in HR, and I used to work mainly with directors and leaders, I was typically just the only woman in the room. And seriously, sometimes I would sit around the table and I would just watch those men in their 40s, 50s, nearly even 60s. And they were just screaming across the room, talking all over each other. And I was just like, what is happening? It's playground. It's seriously nursery here. Like, I'm the bigger man, this ego, like ego. And I couldn't stand it. And I think it's now the shift is happening, and it is happening already. And, I think people coming to the realization that actually, in order to create massive difference in the world, people need to be more authentic, right? People need to be more compassionate. People need to be really heart-led. And I think women are made for that. Obviously, my purpose is to do the feminine leadership thing. So we'll be talking a lot about, feminine stuff. But this is basically what gives me energy right now. So whenever you create purpose-driven business, you do always have to think about what inspires you, what gives you energy, what you are passionate about. And this is what really I feel so strongly about, that I know that women are the key to create a long-lasting shift in the world, changing the world, but we have to do it together. It's not about competition. It's not about who's better. It's not about ego. It's actually connecting to your heart, helping people, and really helping them for the right reasons, and helping one another as well. As leaders, we need to come together. So this is what's coming through very, very strongly. So yeah, so now I'm going to sit on my computer and write everything down, what's in my head, on the paper, to get even more clarity. But this is where I am at right now. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Where are you at in your own journey? I want to hear more. Yeah, let's connect.